Loss is set in Iraq. It follows a group of soldiers led by Staff Sergeant Brandon King. When they return home to Texas, King expects to find his enlistment is over.
It's all there. You leave on the 22nd, shipping back to Iraq. Subsection 12305, Title 10, by the authority of the President. You've been stop-lossed.
This Hollywood treatment looks at the impact the policy of stop-loss has on one soldier, his friends and family.
The backdoor draft is what it is.
What about Steve?
I don't know. Some of us are getting it, some ain't.
This cannot be happening. No, you almost died over there.
Brandon King doesn't want to go back to Iraq, not for ideological reasons, but because he believes he's fulfilled the terms of his contract with the military.
You know, he's a guy who's always done the right thing, and I think for the first time in his life he has to question what that right thing is because of the situation he's put in.
What do you say to people who might be hearing about this film and say, oh, look, it's a lot of liberal bleating. War is war. If soldiers are enlisted, they have to go and fight whatever the circumstances.
Well, I think it's far more human than that and far less political. I don't think there is an agenda here. It's about the soldier, and it's from the soldier's perspective. And I think the idea of Hollywood preaching or trying to influence the audience's thought is an insult. I think you know where you stand when you come to see this film, and you don't need to be told by filmmakers or a studio or any of that.
Nearly all the recent films that have touched on the conflict in Iraq or the war against terror have stumbled at the box office. The strategy in marketing stop-loss has been to disassociate it as much as possible from the war. Not an easy challenge, given its subject matter.
Well, our film isn't an Iraq war film. I mean, it really, and everybody who sees it confirms that. It's about the camaraderie between the men. There's certainly a section there where they have combat, which is necessary to bring you into their point of view, but it's about coming home, wanting to rebuild the life that you left behind. It's about relationships.
However it's being pitched, this film does bring attention to the practice of stop-loss and its complexities.
I think the film is pro-military. I don't think it's heavily anti-war or any of that sort of thing. I think it really just gives you an insight into what potential problems we're going to run into as this goes on. We have a Republican candidate who says 100-year presence in Iraq, so I think this will only be more and more common.
With its use of contemporary music and imagery, Stop-Loss seems to be differentiating itself from other Iraq war-themed movies and trying to reach a younger audience.